over a player's shoulder. Watchful eyes of Coach Bonds. 41 seconds left, first down. Low snap, handle. Pass to the outside, Walker. Over a player's shoulder. Out of bounds, stops the clock with 37 seconds. Coach Bonds. 41 seconds left, first down. Low snap.
Mustangs can still attack the outside field with that timeout in your pocket.
Over a player's shoulder.
Job stops towards the sun, getting out of bounds.
41 seconds left, first down.
To really go towards the Mustangs can still attack the outside field with that timeout in your pocket. Job stops towards the sun, getting out of bounds.
41 seconds left,
to really go towards the Mustangs can still attack the outside field with that timeout in your pocket.
Welcome to the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services Halftime Report. myspot.nc.gov, your spot for COVID-19 protection.
17 straight points in that second quarter by East Lincoln has catapulted the Mustangs to a halftime lead of this 3A title game. 24-9, Mustangs lead the Northern Nash Knights. Patrick Keenis, Jay Sonhalter back here for the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services halftime report. Let's move now to an interview with one of our great sponsors from Ingles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Nelson Weston. Thank y'all so much for tuning into the high school state championship football games right here on Friday Night Rivals. Who better to join us than our good friend all the way from Ingles Markets? Y'all know her, the famous Melissa Level. Melissa, how's it going, my friend?
So good to see you.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Happy football, happy championship weekend.
Happy football, happy championship weekend indeed. Melissa, it does raise the question, though. You guys have had a long-standing and proud sponsorship and support of the community for a long time now.
Right.
Why is this important to y'all?
Well, Ingles is a corporation, but all of our stores are in the hearts of our communities.
Indeed.
So we are the beacon of those communities. So we support everyone in our stores, our customers, our schools, our first responders, our businesses. We are part of a community, not part of a big corporation. So this is just a very natural way for us to go in. And believe it or not, a lot of the people that play in these games work in our stores.
Oh, yeah, that's super indeed.
Right?
Now, from what I But I tell you something right now, Ingles is undeniably the GOAT when it comes to proud community sponsorships. I'm ready for some more football.
I'm ready too.
We know y'all ready for some more football. So without further ado, let's get ready for football!
Come on, Paige, we're almost done.
Christmas, the season of giving.
They're gonna love these.
At Ingles, we know that nothing brings a family together quite like the holidays. And nothing brings a smile to our faces quite like sharing that perfect gift. This Christmas, let's give what's in our hearts, thoughtfully and cheerfully. Merry Christmas from Ingles. All the ingredients for family.
stage, he's played great. He's been accurate. He's making all the right decisions. Stage, he's played great. He's been accurate. He's making all the right decisions. In the past, have been very balanced throughout the game.
Touchdown run. I thought he might be used a little bit more. Hands by Chris Manning, and that blew up what was.
He's at. It's an important stop for this defense now.
This is exactly the start Northern Nash needed. 3 and out. Northern Nash made it half.
Ball more, like 58 yards on the ground, 3.2 yards per. Carrying the ball as well. He's the second leading.
The rhythm, the confidence was shaken offensively for Jones included. Rushing 5, pressure from the backside, gets the pass off, and Jones McKinney, and I think it was that backside pressure that has forced the release.
That pressure, right, as it too long, but there was a one-on-one matchup on the outside.
Yeah, Roseboro on 43.
This offensive line is starting. Joshua Gilbert, 6'6", 340 pounds.
0, and there the big tackle there by Northern Nash. That's going to
And even triple team so far.
and still making plays.
Yeah.
Pressure from the backside, and down goes Mazzaro. Tackle, in for the sack.
Flies in off the edge, beats his man. Barely touched, makes a huge play to force a third.
on the side. Keandre Walker tightropes the
Walker's headed to Virginia, and there's a reason why he's one of the best players in this. It's been building up. There's some calls they wish they would have gotten. It didn't go their way, but now with this deficit, you've got to use that to your advantage and play at another level, because you got less than a quarter and a half here and your season's over with. In order to come away with this game, you're going to have to get some turnovers on the defensive end.
big third down stop. Can they get it? Yes, they will. Needed 6, got about 4.
On the carry for the
Again, a clearance with house money right now up by 15. Have to imagine that David Lubowitz will go the conservative route and send the punt unit onto the field. And here they come. So this will be the third punt forced by Northern Ash's defense in this third quarter. Again, what their duty was coming out of halftime, you got to shut this team out the rest of the way. And so far, so good through almost the third quarter.
No one's back.
So Cutter on to punt it. There's nobody back to return. And, of course, Cutter booms one. Lands at the 12. Bounces and checks up inside the 10. Down at the 4 uncontestedly. 53 from Cutter. I mean, that's like hitting a BP fastball into the shrubs at Wrigley Field. 62 down the middle. Big punt by Cutter. And if they were playing for the punt block, nobody got close.
Well, and that's the thing. You've got to take chances when you're down. They put everybody on the line of scrimmage. They didn't get to Cutter in time. And then now you look up and you've got to go 96 yards, 94 yards.
The first down. Jones on the handoff, stepping through beyond the 10, close to the 15-yard line. That's Azaria Laurie. Let's go downstairs to Sam.
Well, we've seen Ben Cutter make plays as a punter, as a receiver, but he's known for his linebacking skills. I had a chance to catch up with him earlier in the week, and he said that he chose West Virginia because of linebacker coach Jeff Coons. He sold him. Why? Before West Virginia offered me, this was last season, Coach Coons told me that he wasn't going to offer me over a 4-star. He wasn't ranked at the time. And then he went on to say, I respected that so much. Every other coach told me I was the best linebacker. This gave me something to work for. And Ben has worked and earned the commitment to West Virginia.
Red color right on cue. Brings down Keno Jones. He needed a couple and got it, so it's a first down for the Knights. 2:10 left in this third quarter. Trailing by 15. Small yardage on first down. Lorian for a couple.
And for Cutter in this defense right now, the focus has to be just keep everything in front. Do not give up the big play. They've done a much better job that phase after the first couple drives. They've been playing their safeties back deeper, and they've been able to get more pressure on Jones.
Jones is just 8 of 19 today. Throws on the move. That's in between a couple of potential targets. On the short side, it was Battle. On the back side, it was Rhodes. And Jones is just not having the day he envisioned here in the state title game. Hoping that the fourth quarter will belong to him.
He's looked towards his tight end, Ashton Rhodes, especially on third down situations. Rhodes, number 99, lined up in the slot.
Third down and 8. Some time this time across the middle, and he hits Rhodes in stride and knocked down close to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 and a big third down conversion.
You'll see Rhodes coming across on a drag route, uncovered, the big tight end. There's a mismatch when he's going against linebackers with his speed and size, and Jones finds him.
And Jones again looks for Rhodes again, and he will grab it on the 43. But on that previous connection with Rhodes, that's the first clean pocket with time to throw in a long time for Keno Jones.
Yeah, and the offensive line has to hold up, especially knowing the pressure's coming. It's so important to create the wall and give Jones time to throw. And with Rhodes right now, back-to-back plays to him, I would continue to highlight the tight end, especially working over the middle.
There is number 99 Rhodes setting up on the left side. He'll be a lead blocker here on second down. Pick up of a couple for Laurie. Play or two left in this third quarter. Third down and 4 for Northern Nash. Still a 24-9 East Lincoln lead. And a lot of action in the neutral zone. And if this is offsides, it's a first down.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense, 5-yard penalty, after penalty enforcement, first down.
Hard count pays dividends.
Yeah, outstanding job. Garrett Wingate, the offensive coordinator, telling Jones to go on 2, and then Jones executes it. They pick up an easy first down with the penalty.
With the midfield. And this drive began at the 6. Straight ahead run. Very little. And there's Cutter again. And his pursuit east-west has been good, but if you're running right at him, and this is exactly what Cutter wants. And he's going to let you know. Mitchell felt it. And that will draw us to the end of quarter number 3 for the 3A state title. A scoreless third quarter, so East Lincoln looking for its first state title in 8 years, up 15 with 12 minutes to go.
Are you applying to college?
Do I need to? Technology's the future.
How about you?
For what? Influencers get paid.
For what? To help take the skills you have now and make them even better. Education at one of North Carolina's colleges or universities can help you take those skills to the next level. Get all the tools you need to plan, apply, and pay for college at cfnc.org.
you ever get that feeling? That feeling where the path forward is laid out so clearly. I'm Lawrence Gilligan, and as I look just past the horizon, I see some amazing things. For us here at WCCB News, a new day is rising, and I, for one, am looking forward to it.
Good teachers encourage, inspire, and help make a difference in our children's lives. So let's make a difference in theirs. Honor inspirational educators in our community by helping WCCB Charlotte select our Teacher of the Month. Go to WCCBCharlotte.com/teacher. Each month, exceptional teachers share their stories on rising and win gift cards. And you get gift cards for nominating them. Help WCCB Charlotte select our Teacher of the Month.
Sponsored by Coit Cleaning and Restoration.
So I'm in a new city. It's certainly not LA, and it's definitely not Lubbock. And hey, that's the thing about change. See, I don't think change is something to fear. You may have noticed WCCB is making some changes, and yeah, I'm one of them. But what excites me most are the ones that are still to come. If you ask me, they're just what we need. I'm Rachel Maurer. Make sure to check out WCCB weekday morning because a new day is rising.
I'm new here, just starting to get a feel for Charlotte. Let me tell you, this town is a gold mine. Baseball, basketball, football, parks, concerts, museums, and the food is awesome. It's all new to me, and there's a lot of new stuff coming to WCCB and more on the way.
I'm Gary Broad. I think I'm gonna like it here.
Through the last 12 minutes of the last NCHSAA State Football Championship game. Mishandled snap, ball comes loose, Jones couldn't get on it, and the Mustangs will! Marcel Johnson recovers the fumble on the first play of the fourth quarter. And Keno Jones, who's thrown 3 picks, just took his eye off the snap coming in.
It looked like he was going to get it, but great hustle. And Johnson, who's been dominant this season along the defensive line, comes up with a huge play. And now the offense, not only do you get it with great field position, but you look up, you got a 2-score lead with the ball inside of 12 minutes. You're in the driver's seat.
And now tight formation. This is Christopher Daly following his blocker. And Manning's going to kind of throw him back an extra little shove. And one of the offensive linemen for East Lincoln took umbrage with that. Cole Shank, number 71, did not like the way that Chris Manning had ended that play and let him know about it. No flags. Gain of 6. Now the Mustangs will be very deliberate. Daly again, second straight carry. I think that might be the first time all night 2 straight plays have gone to number 8.
Well, this is Daly's quarter to close out the ball game. Mizell's been so good today, accurate with the ball. But right now, when you need to finish the ball game, Daly, the sophomore, has been really good today. 13 carries. I'd expect him to be around 20 at the end of this game.
This is now 3rd and 2. Can the Knights defense get off the field here? Daly again. And that's going to be close. Depends on the spot. And yeah, it's going to be enough for a first down, say the officials. And we've talked a lot about the Northern Nash defense in this second half. Yes, they've done everything that they have needed to. Let's not overlook the defense by East Lincoln. Outside of that touchdown they gave up in the first minute on a couple of long plays, they've given up a field goal the rest of the way to this Northern Nash offense.
And they were able to make adjustments and withstand those huge explosive plays early on. They got shocked, but they didn't let it affect their game.
And forced 4 turnovers. Daly cuts it back, room up the middle, close to the 10-yard line. And the only thing that will force him off the field is losing his helmet at the back end of that play. 1st and goal for the Mustangs.
And watch as Daly on this counter just slowly waits for the offensive line to create a path. Joshua Gilbert with Blake Bradford led the way pulling, and then Daly shot through for another first down.
And inside the talk it out NC red zone. Talk it out. Start the conversation. Stop underage drinking. Daly is on the sideline, missing a play because he lost his helmet. 1st and goal. And there's a handoff dancing around. Cutter. So about the 6 with a marker down. And here's your call.
Holding. 71 on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay the down.
So 1st and goal, backing up the Mustangs to the 21. Well, we said this at the end of the first half. For Northern Nash, you could live with conceding a field goal because it still was a kind of a supersized 2-score game, down by 15. 8-7 would do it. You can't give up anything here without going 3 scores down. So the Knights need a stop, a turnover, something to get the football back without surrendering points. This one is juggled and dropped. It is incomplete. And let's go downstairs to Sam a little more on Christopher Daly.
Yeah, I got Ben Cutter's perspective and asked him early in the season, preseason to be exact, did you expect Chris Daly to be good? He said, I expected Chris to be good, but not necessarily great this season. He thought that they were going to split reps the entire season, but has gladly said to me, take a back seat for what has been on display all season long. 2nd and goal. Daly cuts it back from right to left. And they will give him the 18. All right, so if you're the Knights defense now, Jay, it's 3rd and goal. If you force a long field goal attempt here, potentially a miss by the Mustangs, keeps within 15. How important is this 3rd down play?
This is everything. I mean, right now, I'm loading the box up, doing whatever I can to get a stop, but also you don't want to allow positive yards down the field to allow an easier opportunity. You need a missed field goal here to preserve the 2-score game.
And again, that field goal at the end of the 2nd quarter by Milletta was 35 yards from about this exact spot on the field. He didn't clear the crossbar by much, but he did. As we get a timeout taken by the Mustangs with 8:37 to play. We'll step aside and have a very important 3rd down defensive play for Northern Nash, down by 15 for the 3A title.
Good teachers encourage, inspire, and help make a difference in our children's lives. So let's make a difference in theirs. Honor inspirational educators in our community by helping WCCB Charlotte select our Teacher of the Month. Go to WCCBCharlotte.com/teacher. Each month, exceptional teachers share their stories on Rising and win gift cards. And you get gift cards for nominating them. Help WCCB Charlotte select our Teacher of the Month.
Sponsored by Coit Cleaning and Restoration.
Do you ever get that feeling? That feeling where the path forward is laid out so clearly. I'm Lawrence Gilligan, and as I look just past the horizon, I see some amazing things. For us here at WCCB News, a new day is rising. And I, for one, am looking forward to it.
Well, Northern Nash, led by Andrew Ferris in his 5th year. Only one time have they played for state title. It was 20 years ago. And they're hanging on by a thread here, down 24-9. Early portion, 4th quarter. 3rd down and goal from the 18 for the Mustangs. A fake handoff. The keep by Mazel takes a hit, and he's tackled around the 7. Again, using Daly as a decoy. 4th and goal, and now it's a much shorter, big, important field goal try for the Mustangs.
And I love the play call because with the guard and tackle pulling from the backside, you have the play fake to Daly, but this was designed for Mizell. Not only do you keep the clock running here, but you pick up positive yards to make an easier field goal opportunity.
And instead of a 35-yard attempt, this is now going to be 25 for Milletta. This would make it a 3-score game. With under 8 minutes to go. Clean snap, kick on the way, and Milletta nails it. And the Mustangs lead by 18. And that is a thunderous 3 points for East Lincoln on their way to a 3A title.
Well, their defense creates a turnover right at 11:56, and then you use the clock to get it inside of 8 minutes. Of course you want the touchdown, but the biggest thing is that field goal. Now you stretch out the lead, use more clock, and it limits the possessions for Northern Nash to come back in the game.
That's 20 straight by East Lincoln. They trailed 9-7 with about a minute to go in the opening quarter. It is now 27-9, and the Mustangs have forced 4 turnovers along the way. And now Northern Nash, full complement of 3 timeouts, but they need 3 possessions and 3 very quick scores. For Maletta. 2 big field goals. Doesn't have the biggest leg, but in the biggest moment, he's come through with 2 big ones here in the state championship game for East Lincoln. And here's the boots. It is a deep one, retreating to the 2. This is Randall King. Wants the wide side of the field. They need a big return from King. They may get it. Slowed down a bit, just kind of scraped out of bounds before he really hit another gear. So the return out to the 45-yard line. Somewhat of a shorter field. If we take a look at the West Shore home scoring summary, 25 yards, 9 plays, results in the officially 24-yard field goal by Maletta. That now makes it an 18-point game. Run around the left side, Mitchell. Well, we know the quick strike possibility here for Northern Nash's offense. We saw that in the opening drive of the game. They need a couple of those.
Well, you're going to have to really get some big plays through the air. The positive is you have the 3 timeouts. You have offensive weapons where you can't have those plays. It's just been tough going after the first couple of drives. This defense has really settled in.
Keno Jones has the pass batted down. Yeah, 3rd down set up.
This is 4 down territory, so you've got 2 downs to pick up these 4 yards.
Jones now 10 of 23. 3 interceptions. Mishandled shotgun snap in the last series. Trying to find some magic here before it's too late. 3rd and 4. Pressure right in front of him. Dodges, steps forward, fires deep, and it's incomplete. He did not have much time. Offensive line did not give Jones really a minute to set. Looking deep down the field for Ashton Rhodes. And 4th down.
Yeah, this group along the defensive line has been able to get penetration. And they've rushed 3 and 4 at times without bringing that extra defender. They've still been able to get pressure while they drop everyone else.
Well, this is it. I mean, it's a long shot as it is right now for Northern Nash, but this is their state championship hope right on this play. 4th and 4, and half the team moves before the ball is snapped. All of the receivers on the left and the quarterback, Keno Jones, which tells me that's on the center.
Just missed communication, and now 4th and medium moves it back to 4th and 9, and now they're bringing out their punting unit.
Well, this is shocking. I mean, yeah, when all the skill players move on the count and the ball stays underneath the center's hands, not easy to, not difficult to deduce. But I am surprised to see the Knights punted away on 4th and 9. They're 3 scores down, just the 4th quarter. So Bryson Jenkins is on the field. I mean, I know you have 3 timeouts, but at this stage, you need offensive possessions, not defense. Returner slips, ball untouched. They'll be down by Northern Nash or on the 15. So 41 on the kick, but the clock is not the ally of the Knights. 7:20 remaining, 4th quarter. East Lincoln leads 27-9.
Teens are under a lot of pressure, especially when it comes to underage drinking. They may not say a word, but as a parent, you can see the signs. We can help you help your teen. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get great ideas on how to start the conversation about alcohol. So, Talk to your teen about drinking. You might be surprised at their reaction.
Good teachers encourage, inspire, and help make a difference in our children's lives. So let's make a difference in theirs. Honor inspirational educators in our community by helping WCCB Charlotte select our Teacher of the Month. Go to WCCBCharlotte.com/teacher. Each month, exceptional teachers share their stories on rising and win gift cards. And you get gift cards for nominating them. Help WCCB Charlotte select our Teacher of the Month.
Sponsored by Coit Cleaning and Restoration.
27-9, East Lincoln. 7 minutes and change remaining until their third state championship. Last one was 8 years ago after a 14-13 win over Washington. I'll tell you what, senior quarterback Tyler Rizell threw for over 2,500 leading into this game. He has been brilliant for East Lincoln today. And he's out of the gun, flanked by a couple of backs. And you figure they're going to keep it on the ground most of the rest of the way. Cutter for big yardage, almost 20 on first down.
And all the defenders are just clawing, trying to knock the ball loose. And Cutter holding it with 2 arms as he goes down, protecting the ball. The surge up front, and then Cutter here finishing off the run. Now they're going to go slow motion, use the clock. Rizell looking up, and they're not going to get set until it gets inside of 10 seconds.
And this is all clock management. And when you're a senior quarterback and you've been leading this program for a couple of years, you know all about how to squeeze every half second off of the clock. With the game on the line, Cutter again, carrying tacklers beyond midfield. And it just looks like the East Lincoln Mustangs, they've been leaning on Northern Ash all game long, and the door is about to be broken down. So Cutter takes it to the Northern Ash 49, and another Hardee's first down. A reminder, breakfast just got better. Hardee's new Super Biscuits now available until noon on weekends. Approaching 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And this time it's going to be Daly. It's Cutter, and now Daly for about 12. And the Mustangs are taking what's left of the spirits of the Knights right away from them.
Now this is the point in the ball game where you just lean on your offensive line. In your running game, everyone knows they're going to keep the ball on the ground. You're still able to get positive yardage. And up front, it's been a heck of a game. Terry Bryant, Christian Garcia, those guys on the right side led the way on that play.
Here's Cutter again. Hesitation move, now taps the gas, switches the ball into his left arm. Look at him come all the way across the field. Cutter to the 13, gashing the Knights for 25 more.
And I know this is a big game from Cutter, but watch 48's effort. Carson Jenkins running all over the field. This is his 19th tackle on the night. That is exactly what you want. The effort. Right now, Mustangs closing out this game, and your linebacker, there's Jenkins, 19 tackles, hustling all over the field. It's a great leader. What a career he's had. Last ball game.
There's been 4 runs of major yardage in a row for East Lincoln. Cutter for a couple of yards. Let's go downstairs to Sam, who has a little bit more on Carson Jenkins.
Yeah, guys, Carson Jenkins playing for more than just football motivation. I spoke to him earlier this week, and he told me every single game, before every single game, he writes 2 dates on his wrist tape, October 4th and October 7th of last year, in memory of 2 people, his grandmother and one of his childhood coaches, Coach Freeman, who really made a mark on his life early in his career. So thinking of those 2 guys every time he takes the field.
Well, they'll be proud of that effort from Jenkins. Daly bounces outside, surrenders a couple of yards as a result. And the clock now moving toward 4 minutes. And again, Northern Ash has all 3 timeouts. we may not see them use any. I mean, they punted on 4th and 9 a couple of minutes ago, which indicated to me that it's almost as if you're knocking over the king in chess terms. So they may be just sitting on these final 3 timeouts and just saying, beaten by a better team today. Third down now for the Mustangs. They can get another first down at the 3. Rizzo, he's going to throw to the pylon, gets through, but in and out of the hands of Trey Walker. Surprising play call to me.
I'm shocked they put this ball in the air, and that very easily could have been an interception. And if you intercept it, an opportunity to take it all the way up the sideline.
So incomplete, stops the clock, 3:43 left. And Maletta back in the field looking for his 3rd field goal of this contest. Timeout East Lincoln.
Timeout East Lincoln. 3rd and final.
And that will be the Mustangs' final timeout of this contest. Again, if you're tuning in late, Northern Nash scored a touchdown inside the first minute of the opening quarter in their first appearance in a state title game in 20 years. But since then, it has been almost all East Lincoln. They trailed 9-7, but have ripped off now 20 straight points. And here we go to our West Shore Home play of the game, brought to you by West Shore Home, bringing happiness to every home, Jay.
Well, Aiden Terrell had a big one. I mean, this is important to switch the momentum. And a heck of a job focusing in to bring in this key interception. Look at the range, the ability to jump in front of the receiver, haul it in. Gets this right hand underneath to bring it in. His teammates were jacked up after that play. Outstanding job closing it out for his team.
Here's Maletta from 30 for the final dagger. He's been good from 35 and good from 25, and he is good from 30. Deadeye, Christopher Maletta. And his point output individually has matched what Northern Nash has done offensively.
I can hit on the
And the Mustang ready to party. He is saddling up members of the staff on the sideline for East Lincoln. 30-9 Mustangs.
That's a great feeling for that side of the field. And they've really taken control of this ball game. Offense, defense, and special teams has been a huge factor.
Well, we were joking about the mascot on this chilly night in Raleigh when the game began. I think he was in our first shot coming back out of break. Sam Hyman has been working the story on the Mustang for East Lincoln all night long, and here's his dissertation. What have we learned, Sam?
Well, I got to be honest, didn't get a chance to talk to the mascot because mascots don't talk, but I spoke to the one of the administrators for East Lincoln, Preston Springer, and he told me it's a senior. His name is Lucas Morris, who does absolutely everything for the school. He manages and helps coach all the basketball teams. He works for the leadership program across the board, and this is actually the first time he is wearing this mascot suit. And I gotta be honest, he's doing a heck of a job, right?
First time in the suit. Might need to go to the tailor a little bit, but he's wearing it well tonight. And the team getting a real kick out of it. 30-9 the lead. And here's a returnable kick by King. And he's going to be wrapped up around the 23. He just won't go down. 1, 2, 3. Looks like 6 different Mustang defenders right there to finally bring down Randall King.
We need to give Lucas a game ball.
Oh, he's going to get a ring, right?
Yeah. He's down on the sideline getting some Gatorade. Now he took off. He needs a breather.
And an injured player for the Mustangs here with 3:27 left in this final quarter. Would you get a ring for the hand or for the hoof?
I guess for the hoof, right?
Love it. Great story. Good hustle, Sam Hyman.
So a minute ago, he took off his head to get some water because he's been working so hard. That's awesome.
He just ran right into Maletta.
That's great.
Sorry, buddy. We're all working hard down here. And East Lincoln's Taylor Rasmussen is up and walking off of the field, nicked up on that kickoff return. Senior doesn't get a great deal of playing time, but on special teams, I'll tell you what, this game is special for anybody. All players on both sides, win or lose, to be able to walk into a stadium like this or a stadium like Keenan. I mean, this is what you dream of when you're 6 playing Pee Wee football, 8 years old, JV football, an opportunity to win a conference, go through the playoffs, and walk onto this turf at this kind of institution with this type of football history. That's what it's all about.
And just to get to this point in the season, this is the 16th game to go through the road in the playoffs.
Unsportsmanlike. 24 on the defense, 15.
And Jay, we've talked about this before. I mean, we've highlighted the D1 recruits on this East Lincoln team. There's some players getting some D2 looks. For almost everybody, if you're a senior, this is it. You're never putting on pads. You're never putting on spikes. Never putting on a football helmet again. So again, that's the undercurrent of a moment like this, especially as it winds down with 3 minutes left in the final quarter.
Well, and I guarantee you, even the guys that go on and play at the college level, this is going to be the most fun they have in their career. You know, unless you go on and win the Heisman and win a Super Bowl, then maybe that changes it. But the best memories I have, and talk to most guys, is the special high school moments that you have, and it's going to be a big one for these guys.
Keno Jones into traffic, tipped in the air. Boy, that was almost a 4th interception of the game. That's Jalen Roseboro, who kind of got knocked off the pick, I think, by some friendly fire on that sideline. An opportunity now for East Lincoln's head coach, David Lubowitz, to get some others on the field. A little taste of a championship. Jones, deep down the middle, into double coverage again, tip, juggle, and caught by Northern Nash's Randall King. How in the world did he bring that one in?
Initially, I thought he was just trying to knock it down so it wasn't an interception. Wow. It's almost like he tipped it to himself. He's playing basketball and hauls it in. What focus.
If ever I drop a carton of eggs, I wanted him nearby. He would have saved 18 of them. First down carry for a couple of yards. Clock now at 2.5 minutes.
For the Knights here, you want to close this ball game out the right way. It's not going to end the way you want. You want to finish.
Well, that's a tough one right here. Chris Manning, who has been everywhere off of that defensive line for Northern Nash, he's hurt. And Manning graduates here in a couple of months as well. (30-9) East Lincoln on top of Northern Nash. Team's huddled near the sideline, and he's trying to walk it off, favoring the right leg. Tough kid, made some big plays, not just tonight, but over the course of his career, and leading this Northern Nash defense through the playoffs over the last month and a half.
As a defensive tackle, he's got 11 tackles tonight, and he's been double teamed all night long. And you see the talent. I'm just impressed with his motor, how hard he plays. Big time player.
All right, Northern Nash. Clock running. Taking down Loring at the 20-yard line. That'll bring us under 2 minutes. Both teams undefeated coming in. Northern Nash, again, we touched on this story at the top of the broadcast. They had 8 straight losing seasons from 2011 through 2018. They won 1 game in 2017, and then Andrew Ferris took over. His first year, they were 3-8, and he said, "What in the world am I doing here? Can I turn it around?" But a couple of years in, there was a hurricane that forced a rescheduling of a game back-to-back at the end of the year for Northern Nash against Rocky Mount and Southern Nash, two major programs in that area of North Carolina. And his team competed so well with those high-level programs, he said, maybe this is the right spot. Maybe I do have the right kids. And now, 4 years later, coming up short certainly tonight for a state title. But the journey to get here from where this program was, what a grab on the outside by Trey Battle. But it is remarkable what Andrew Ferris has been able to do with this Northern Nash program to get here.
And that's the word. Look at that. Amazing play by Trey Battle. He didn't know if he was going to get hit either as well from the backside, but back to the point about Andrew Ferris. Remarkable sums it all up. How he's built it up, and even though tonight isn't going to be the result they want, they're going to use this to catapult them and use this experience for growth in the program.
All right, let's go to the player of the game tonight, brought to you by West Shore Home. West Shore Home, America's most admired home remodeling brand.
All day long, Tyler Mazzell was leading the way. Accurate with the ball. He had command in the pocket. 16 for 23, 2 touchdowns. And also, he showed off his athleticism. This was a key run right up the middle for the senior to come out here today and have this type of ball game. That's what he wanted on this stage. It's one of the main factors why his team's going to come away with the state championship.
Well, David Leibowitz been with this program since 2007. Became the head coach ahead of the 2017 season. And it's truly a community effort for this high school based in Denver, North Carolina, as this ball is tossed toward the back corner of the end zone, incomplete, nearly picked off. You want to talk about the community support for the East Lincoln program. Every week during the football season, they have what is called Spaghetti Wednesday, where a local church, the Church of Denver, comes with a group of people and piles of spaghetti, feeds the entire team every Wednesday during the season in the school's field house. And they've been doing that for 7 or 8 years. As this is to the back of the end zone, that is caught for a touchdown. And that is Ashton Rhodes with 44 seconds left.
Well, Rhodes has been good tonight. 6 catch, the big tight end, the senior, 6'5". Outstanding focus. He's falling away. Goes up with 2 hands, brings it in. That's the way you want to close the ball game out for the Knights.
So 44 seconds left. Knights will go for 2. Still though, a 2-score game. Pressure coming. Jones unloads it somehow and misfires. 2-point conversion is no good. So 44 seconds left. It's 30-15 East Lincoln, and we know there's an onside kick coming for the Knights. That's the tradition for East Lincoln. So even in the darkest days of this program, they've had the community support. They've had the church support. They've had the fan support. They're finally able to pay them back with a year like this. And David Leibowitz, head coach. His wife Megan is here. Been married almost 20 years. A couple of daughters. Not yet at East Lincoln High School. They're on the way, though, in a couple of years. Lincoln Mustang, he's directing the kids right there. He's becoming the Pied Piper.
Lucas,
follow me. Although next year they need to have a booster pay for some brown gloves, right? Gotta fill out the entire costume. So here's the onside try. 44 seconds left. Needs to go 10 yards before the offensive team can touch it, and it's covered up nicely by East Lincoln, and that's going to do it. So a snap or 2, and East Lincoln will need to dust off the destination in his trophy case. you think Mike Bias is feeling right about now? Worth the trip up from Rock Hill? Victory formation for East Lincoln. And there's the snap. Well, whistle blown prior. Personnel shifting. There's a look at Mike Bias. He built the foundation for the program. And now we do get, not sure if officially a timeout was called or if the officials are just discussing things here.
Timeout. Northern Nash. Second try
Has taken a
timeout.
timeout. 40 seconds left. How about that? Tyler Rizal saying, hey, that's the finger I want my ring on, guys. Who do I see? I don't think we're going to see 2 more timeouts for Northern Nash. I just think this is Andrew Ferris one last time bringing his defense to the sideline. And if he's not telling them how proud he is of what they've been able to do despite the outcome today, I'd be surprised if that wasn't the message.
But that's the message. It's admiration for what they've done this season. Bring together one more time and, have that moment. They're shaking hands. They've got a lot to be proud of what they've been able to do.
Both teams came in undefeated. Northern Nash was the top seed out of the East region. Blew through Northside, Southern Nash, Southern Durham, Triton 71st in the last minute last week. East Lincoln, the number 4 seed out of the West, took down the top seed Kings Mountain in the regional semis. Squeezed out a 14-7 win over South Point last week, one of their scrimmaging partners leading up to the start of the regular season. The final snap has been taken. Northern Nash will sit on its final 2 timeouts. Commence celebration. East Lincoln Mustangs. For the 3rd time in school history, East Lincoln state football champions. The final 10 seconds will tick off. And the Mustangs lifting the trophy and lifting the head of the mascot. 3A champs, 30-15 over Northern Nash. I think the reality of what East Lincoln just accomplished is settling in, isn't it?
Well, it's an amazing feeling for what you're able to do, and it's not just today, it's the effort you put in for these seniors all 4 years, and also the realization that it's over. I mean, part of this is sadness because you want to keep playing, but what a way to close out this chapter of the season. The Knights, this is tough. They wanted it so close. They had an outstanding year, but tonight was the Mustangs' night. They did it all in 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams. They made plays. They were able to close it out.
One of those tears we just saw from Elijah Pitt, number 4 for Northern Nash. Make no mistake, losing here in the championship game does nothing to sully the brand new foundation of Northern Nash football. Congratulations to the Knights. They finished 15-1, state runner-up in 3A. And the East Lincoln Mustangs 16-0. They run the table and a 3A state title after a 30-15 win. Okay, let's go downstairs to Sam Hyman, who is with the state championship head coach David Lubowitz.
That's right. Good vibes all around, Coach. State champions. State champions. How does this moment feel?
I don't know if I actually know what it feels like yet. I'm still trying to take it all in. Just a great night, a great season, great group of kids, man. I'm so proud of Denver. I'm so proud of East Lincoln. I'm so proud of just what these kids did.
You told us earlier in the week this team taught you how to be resilient. Why this team? Why was this team able to do what it did this season?
You know, even though we're 16-0, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that they had to overcome, sickness and, some squabbles, inter-squad squabbles and things of that nature, but they kept coming out on top, and that just showed me that they could look everything in the face and just, play football and have fun, and that's what it's supposed to be about.
How much sleep are you getting tonight, Eddie?
I don't think so.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, man.
All right, Patrick, back to you.
All right, thank you, Sam. Thank you, Coach Lubowitz. 30-15, the final. We'll come back with the trophy presentation, Jay's final thoughts, and one last moment to celebrate the 3A title for East Lincoln High School. 30-15 Mustangs over Northern Nash.
The need for officials has never been greater. Without officials, we don't have this. Make the right call.
Become an NCHSAA official. Visit nchsaa.org for more details.
Good teachers encourage, inspire, and help make a difference in our children's lives. So let's make a difference in theirs. Honor inspirational educators in our community by helping WCCB Charlotte select our Teacher of the Month. Go to wccbcharlotte.com/teacher. Each month, exceptional teachers share their stories on Rising and win gift cards. And you get gift cards for nominating them. Help WCCB Charlotte select our Teacher of the Month.
Sponsored by Coit Cleaning and Restoration.
So I'm in a new city. It's certainly not LA, and it's definitely not Lubbock. And hey, that's the thing about change. See, I don't think change is something to fear. You may have noticed WCCB is making some changes, and yeah, I'm one of them. But what excites me most are the ones that are still to come. If you ask me, they're just what we need. I'm Rachel Maurer. Make sure to check out WCCB weekday mornings because a new day is rising.
I'm new here, just starting to get a feel for Charlotte. Let me tell you, this town is a gold mine. Baseball, basketball, football, parks, concerts, museums, and the food is awesome. It's all new to me, and there's a lot of new stuff coming to WCCB and more on the way.
I'm Gary Brode. I think I'm gonna like it here.
Do you ever get that feeling? That feeling where the path forward is laid out so clearly. I'm Lawrence Gilligan, and as I look just past the horizon, I see some amazing things. For us here at WCCB News, a new day is rising, and I, for one, am looking forward to it.
Well, strike oppose East Lincoln Mustangs, 3A state champions, 30-15 winners over Northern Nash. Jay Solenhalter, your final thoughts of the accomplishments of the Mustangs this year?
Well, I mean, it's one thing to win the state championship, but they did it undefeated, and that's a special mark. Offense was great tonight. The defense closed it out. A lot to be proud of for this group, and Coach Lubowicz down there, you saw the excitement, and they're going to have a lot to celebrate.
30-15 is our final. There's the trophy and the 2022 banner for the new 3A state football champs. Well, all of us would like to take a minute to thank the great folks at the North Carolina High School Athletic Association and these broadcast sponsor partners. They are West Shore Home, North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, the College Foundation of North Carolina, Hardee's, Talk It Out NC, NC 529, and Ingalls Markets. All of these sponsor partners, through their contributions to the program, make these championship games possible for all of our viewers at home. So for Sam Hyman down in the sideline, for Jay Solenhalter, my season-long partner, and our entire production crew, Patrick Heenis saying so long from Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, where for the third time in school history, the state championship trophy coming to Denver for the East Lincoln Mustangs, defeating Northern Nash 30-15. Happy holidays to all of you. Thanks for watching, and good night from Raleigh.
Ever since my boots first hit these streets, had to scratch a block, made me hard to beat. They were real early mornings and late nights. Had to put in the time just to get it right. Now it's time to make my stand. Gonna show the whole world just who I am. This is the big time, ready, set, go. Work so hard.